what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be installing some solid mounts on the car, the engine mounts and the torque mounts. But on the way back to my house, I was following behind a truck with a bunch of junk in the back. A piece of metal flew off the back, and I didn't hear it hit the car, but when I came back to my house, this is what I found. So this piece of metal right here is what flew off the truck. Looks like it's a piece of some kind of AC equipment. So it basically flew up, hit the car here on the bumper, cut right through this bracket, hit the radiator, and right here, the radiator cracked. I don't know if you can see the coolant. So I'm gonna replace this radiator real quick. Good thing I have the OEM Type R one from the white car, because I did upgrade that one to a full size. So I'm gonna take care of this real quick and then we'll get into the mounts. Here's the motor mounts I picked up. The black ones were 68 bucks. The silver ones were about 38. They're not name brand, but they're definitely better than the 20-year-old mounts that are on the car already. This is the torque mount on the passenger side. As you can see, it's pretty dry rotted. So I'm gonna loosen this bolt here. There's one here and one right up here. And hopefully I'll be able to slide this out without taking off the transmission bracket. But if I do have to take that off, it's only 3 bolts. So I'm gonna loosen this up right now. So I did get the torque mount off. There's a 14 here and here, 19 in the middle. I did have to take off the transmission bracket, 3/17. As you can see, this thing is shot. And here's a comparison next to the new one. And I just found out this GSR transmission bracket for the torque mount is different from the stock LS, which is a sheet metal box. So if I can, I'll look for another one of these for this car. Sure, it's probably a little bit lighter. So now the torque mount's installed. The smaller washer is going to go on this side. These are 8mm Allen keys that come with it. Make sure the bushing's sticking out on this side, because it just presses up against the bracket here. And that's it for that mount. Moving along, I'm going to do the transmission mount right here. So I'm going to undo the intake, put a jack underneath the transmission. So once you have the jack supporting the transmission and the intake off, you have 3 bolts. One's down here, one here, one here, and then the actual bolt that goes through the mount right there. Here's the old mount. You can see it's pretty dry rotted. It actually flexes when I just push one of the 2 fingers. And here's the new one. So I'm going to stick this in now. So the old mount's out. Here's the new transmission mount. Looks like I'm going to have to lower the transmission a bit just to get that bolt to clear. Alright, now the motor mount's back in. You're going to have to replace this bolt here because the OEM one's going to be too short. This kit did come with the extra bolt. So it's all in. I'm going to stick the intake back on and move to the driver's side. So moving along to the driver's side, I'm going to move this cruise control module. You have a 10 here, one right here, and one down here. And then once you loosen that up, you're going to have to loosen, it's normally a 10 right here for the power steering line. And then you should be able to get to that bolt and those 2 there. So once you have all that out the way and you remove the 3/14s, you want to pull the steering reservoir and get that 17 right there. Once you get the 17 out from right there, well, it should pull right out. Just replace it with the other one. Here's the driver's side mount outside the car. You can see there's a lot of stress cracks and it's just old and brittle. This is the replacement one. Pretty decent quality for 68 bucks. Alright, now that mounts back in, you just want to replace the power steering solenoid or actuator, whatever it's called. And then I'm going to move on to the torque mount. On this side, it's going to be a little bit different. You're still going to have the 19, 14, and a 14. But for the bracket, if you have AC, it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass because you want to move the compressor. Luckily, this car doesn't have AC yet, so I'm just going to remove the 4 14s on that. Once you get the compressor off, it's 4 14s, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get the mount off. You can see this one's way worse than the other one was, but that's why we're changing them. So once you get the bracket back on and get this mount on, the rubber sticking out the mount is going to go towards the outside. Big washer on the inside, small one on the outside, and then you're all set. So for the rear mount, I really don't have a plan of action. I'm going to remove these two 19s. One's right here, one's right there. First, and then I'm going to try to remove the 17 at the top, and then there's that 17 in the top of the corner right there that actually goes through the mount. So I got the two 19s out, and I got the 17 out back there. I have to go to the top, get the other 17, then the T-bracket will be loose. So you can see in between the two looms of wire, the 17 right there that I have to get out. I'm gonna have to remove the intake again and try to put some extensions to reach it over to it. So I got this back mount off. Huge pain in. It was easy to get it loosened up. You have to use a giant extension to go all the way down. But in order to get the T-bracket to maneuver enough for the mount to slide out, you have to take the mount back out, jack the motor up, remove the speed sensor, disconnect a hard pipe right here from the back of the intake manifold so you have some wiggle room. So it's been a pain in the. I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you take the engine out, unless you have a spare afternoon you want to kill. Alright, the car is back together on the ground. I'm going to take a shower before I test drive it. Super dirty. I want to make the seats than they are. So I'll take it for a test drive in a couple minutes. Okay, so this is going to be the first start up with the mounts. See how I like them. Definitely stiffer. Have a little bit of vibration. Already I can tell that they're much better than the old ones. The motor's not jerking back and forth. I'm only taking this around the block.
guys, so it's the next day. I drove about 50 miles on these mounts. The quality seems pretty good. They're not exactly street mounts, but they're not race mounts. They do cause a little vibration in the steering wheel, but for the price you can't beat them. The Osias mounts, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, came packaged really well. Each mount came in an individual cloth bag. It also came with the bolt for the transmission. I would definitely recommend these mounts for anybody who's on a budget. Unfortunately, the fuel pump died yesterday, or I'm assuming it's the fuel pump. So I did take a gamble and I ordered the Osias fuel pump, which was only 21 bucks. So that'll probably be the next video of me figuring out why the car isn't priming. So until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.